Welcome to day 242 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And today we are talking about step 5 in our growing process, which is I in the word growing. And it stands for inquire, investigate, implement. Any other I words you like that tell us what we're going to do in this step are the ones that you'll remember and the ones that you'll use going forward as you apply the growing process in other areas and aspects of your life. And in your everyday challenges and problems and setbacks and things that come up or goals that you want to achieve. So what does it mean? Of course, we've got Amber's story in Guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page. You can check that out and how she applied this step to her goal. And her goal is to initiate conversations with at least 3 members of the opposite sex a week. Now, mine is to deal with difficult conversations and handle difficult conversations and have those difficult conversations at least once a week. Or when they come up, not procrastinating, not putting them off, but actually dealing with the issues, issues of boundaries, issues of inappropriate behavior, issues of whatever comes up or disagreements or anything that's a difficult conversation. I want to make sure that I am setting those up and initiating those in a way that is positive for the person that is receiving the information and for me as well, so I can learn from that. So today we want to think about the importance of asking questions and how we go about doing that. We want to show interest in the other person that we're asking a question of, and that might include ourselves. If we're asking ourselves a question and doing self-reflection and introspection, we want to ask ourselves in a kind way. Instead of, why do you always do that? Why do you always act that way? Why do you always, in a judgy way, we want to ask ourselves, why did I respond that way in this particular situation? Why did I react to this person's comment that way, etc.? We want to create rapport with the other person. And if that other person's ourselves, heck, that's probably the relationship we need to put the most work into. For the absolute vast majority of us. I know there's some extremely incredible, enlightened people that understand themselves, know themselves, show up as themselves 100% of the time, are authentic and amazing and incredible, and that's why we love them, because we know they are who they are, and what we see is what we get. But for the most part, we beat ourselves up more than anyone else ever would, and so that's why we want to create rapport with ourselves as well as with other people. We also want to set the stage for a deeper connection. We want to make sure that we're improving our relationship with ourselves and with other people all the time. And of course, this isn't about relationships, but that all positively impacts our confidence. We can start with open-ended questions. We can show genuine interest in the response and the answer. Active listening is so critical and so important, and something I practice every single day because I'm not always awesome at it. Naturally. Use questions to overcome fear and anxiety in different situations, right? It's really easy to ask a question of someone that you're a little intimidated or afraid to talk to and let them answer. And by letting them answer and showing interest, they automatically like you better because people love to talk about themselves. They like to share their stories. They like to share their wisdom. They like to share the information that they've gleaned over their years of experience. And if you listen to them, I say this all the time, if you listen to people and watch people, they will show you and tell you absolutely everything you need to know about them. Now, they might show you different things than they show other people. That tells you a lot about them too, right? We want to be mindful of our body language and our nonverbal cues. Again, an area that I should read some more books in and work on as a continuous improvement area. Maybe I'll do that as part of our communication month, which is coming up. Not next month. I think we're doing contribution next month. And then communication. I don't know. I'll know in a couple of days, like 3, and then we'll talk about it. I want us to focus on confidence while we're in the confidence month, though. And then finally, we want to reflect and learn from each interaction that we have, right? How did it go? We want to critique it in our minds. I mean, not to beat ourselves up, but just to say, wow, when I said this, look at how the conversation turned the direction I didn't want it to go. But look, when I took a deep breath, tap, 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 and tap once more and listened and watched the person communicate, I got a whole different message, and I therefore responded in an entirely different way. Keep in mind, only we can respond how we're going to respond. It's up to us, and we always can control and choose that, but we can only control and choose our response. We can't choose anyone else's. So we can choose our tone of voice. We can choose our posture. We can choose how and when we ask questions, etc. So our action item today is to share one question that you can ask to move your goal of increased confidence growth in the specific area that you're working on through this growing process. Share your comment, one comment you could ask, and then go ask that question, right? I haven't done mine yet. I just thought of the action item as we were getting started. So I will do that. I'll think about, okay, well, what's a question that I could ask that would help me lead into a difficult conversation? And frankly, there's almost always a difficult conversation I could have, but a lot of the times, part of emotional intelligence is knowing when to have those conversations, where to have those conversations, etc. So I will think of my question and share it in the comments below. Any questions? What do? You ask me, because that's what I'm here for. Hit me up, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. You can Google me. You can ask right under this video, because the chances are if you have that question, so do hundreds, if not thousands of other people, because we're all having a human experience. And believe it or not, as different and unique as we all are, we have similarities that run through the human race. All right, that's it. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.